okayfm 101.7.
On the line, my honorable MP, Honorable Jerry Shaib, Wejagbawi, Emrasebejeni. Honorable, good morning.
Plenty, but what is it? No one sends my feedback.
Yeah, better answer try na. Yes, I can. Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaib ni ane na twetwe nkomo Wejagbawi, Emrasebejeni. Emra ne Honorable Charles asedi nkete ebo nkomo no. Se utie nkomo no ana ne din pamuda. And then even in videos circulating no who say honorable na okuta table baako even in suit and tie nti ye no honorable bonkomo na ye mbisa de asi ye nra. Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaib, good morning.
Morning, me boss. But see, me was Henry na me bank.
I don't pay for code here.
Pacho, you are diadum pacho musle.
Oh, yamiadum, ya pa. Well, even before you be called as empanos no. Mami mo abaso. Yes, we call BH as empire ya na went. Koka bonediam, you sure think by now, dear. Constituency for Abu Amania da.
Pacho, my show numbers as if you show number 7 copies out you pay now, young farmer.
Yes, you could be somewhere.
We now we are being from Mammy into Mammy so many hours. I'm sure, and it's good to know say there are people out there who are also watching. That's it.
And now my major concern here, and if I were the contract, no man, and I'm saying what honorable good intentions for the constituency to be an.
But which part of the is it Blue Cross?
Blue Cross from filling station with you. Top one.
Pacho, if I can just explain, I want to say we need them. There are people with some container shops.
Sure.
Then got another no. We've tried to talk to them. Say they can still the gutter can be underneath and they can still have covering. But right. Most of them have not agreed to move backwards. And no other problem, but we are still talking. And the contractor, if he had his way today over units, that is the kind of person who is doing the work. He's a very hard-working guy.
Yeah.
It's just because some of the people are also not willing to move back, and almost say they affect the containers. We are my own say by weekend when Yamia Doma will try and talk to them and understand ourselves so that the contractor can continue. It's in the culture, won't it? They say that say my account.
Oh yeah, dear papa. Not about me, but the crowd has to do with that particular stretch, you know. Or more motete area, or no. A quine no yam mudi, obi jari wofi. Na you soon were betwagu a quanim. Obi Yodiane. Na in soon were betwagu quanimity. One before Christmas, no, before election, I mean, who say, yeah, I'm still ready. With them, it was a papa. And the filling station, I'm calling make inquiries, and I want to do me ya. Or your quany abode, and I'm say, hey, and then honorable, yeah, dear papa. And here is a we need Wejagbawi, and I'm so carry a Blue Cross of 1 hour to amount of boomsano. And Kulimaba. But we don't know me concern Kakra. Who says, Old the cool Num Kakra, a Bronsan White Noir. Supermarket was and any
yes. Who's a now you need the supermarket.
Who's a trappe? There is a branch on your right.
Yes.
I say, me concern is a contractor. I say, or be to Kwanimuna, why ya? And ka ye ready say, or the covet in the basis him no wire, Nanka wa betutu. Cause betutu last week. And Jamaian use saloon, just your
but your member will be between anything. Meaning, no, just take my word with me. Me hang up to see how Pacho me friend my catch it. So,
me Judy papa.
Pacho, I didn't know say, well, what to cry. I mean, obviously, it's causing trouble to what you say. No,
when you're here. Now, honorable, your friend will pay ya. beyond good works are all ye my power your constituency and then ra will be crying it yam now so nipa kro specifically alaji or organizer and was honorable na okuta table appointment committee yasinam so honorable do he titi dia no hojo onko yesa ampeni ampom the video chira me a why you see to come about tie what tam table nka umuna to nam say na eba ne say
na me that for sakwanya we na me kasa radio so I need to show to the Ghanaian people and to each and every listener and say and now the SPN it's unfortunate. I'm sad about the happenings. I don't think that I want to come and say I'm a proud member of Parliament for whatever transpired. I don't think anybody, including myself and all the members who were there, would have wished, or who were not even there, would have wished Bibi Sasi. And let's just say Ghana from Fanche. That is the first one. Second, every time you be voting and I be any parliamentary proceedings now, the membership, which includes the speaker, the first deputy speaker or second deputy speaker, depending on what the proceeding is, including appointments committee, will go into conclave. Conclave is not to say a conference. The tea of one we na the team you want to see here and so na there is a saying for Saturday. That's what I want to say. And see, yesterday, that was exactly what happened. The day before, because you invitee Nipana say voting appointment committee for now discuss it. There are 15 voting timetable. And what we did was to go into conclave. What kind of conclave, there was an emphatic decision. So we were going to vet 3 people. And God is my witness. The 3 people were, in fact, we were supposed to be 4. But back and forth, we agreed to 3 and then subsequently 4. And they were Honorable Dr. Rashid Purple for Employment, Honorable Mutala Mohammed for Environment, Honorable Sam George for Communications, and then Honorable Kofi Adams for Sports. This was the decision that we agreed at conclave. Now, conclave, you have minority leaders and you have majority leaders, including the speaker. And in this case, the first deputy speaker is the chair of the appointment committee who presided. We decided now to come and start the voting. The voting started somewhere around 10 something. As a time voting the best starting, let me also take the opportunity to make this point. Every time there is supposed to be voting, there are 2 major issues which members agree on. First of all, the formation of committees. Second, there should be a publication of the nominees for at least 2 weeks. And so you are vetting on them. In the framers' mind, of the standing orders, among them the NTI publish the list of nominees, because what you normally do is that people get to investigate or find out those who have been listed, say they are vetting, they are going to be vetted. What happened? The minority side had waived all of this. No committees have been formed. And what we do is that we appoint 1 or 2 people who have the capacity on a certain matter to come and join the vetting. Yes, almost subject matter experts. So what I say. Then 2, there was no publication, so it was just the consensus that was built from the beginning up to end. And this was all in the bid that minority had agreed. Says, let us help the majority to form their government quickly, so that Obi was sincere or Bisa president And minister said, Mona Musi, we don't do any excuses. And this was what happened. And when we agreed on this 4 gentlemen, this was how. In fact, it was 3, then 4. So, Honorable Rashid. Then we went on to Honorable Mutala. Senior boss, as at the time, Honorable Mutala jail. You could see, say, even the chairman of the committee had to, at a point, rise and go into the chamber. And the Honorable Mutala jail, he went to lay a report and move a motion subsequently for the approval of Honorable Omani Buama as Minister of Defense. Most of the people who were originally sitting at the appointment committee even had to go in to go and support for the motion to be properly moved because you needed a 2/3 majority under Order 64. Yamiadum were able to finish that. At that point in time, even me, I had not eaten since morning. And what I did was to sneak out to get Kofi Bokman. Well, I was out just getting the Kofi Bokman. My chief would call me and say, where are you? You have to go back to the appointment committee this. You have to do this. You have to do that. So I quickly rushed and I came back to sitting. We did Honorable Sam Dodge. We saw the time. And I believe that with vetting, people sometimes stay longer depending on the answers they give. Because sometimes if you say, what can we go? Then you want to push further and it goes on and on and on. And that also happened. We finished Honorable Sam Dodge. Even obviously, every year, then we agreed with Honorable Kofi Adams. They be offering for free ever. And I think because of the rescheduling of the timetable, we couldn't do his as at the day we had originally planned into not to cause further trouble and delay, even though it was around 8:39. Let's consider it. You know what sports issues are in Ghana, but we did not even spend an hour on Honorable Kofi Adams. And we finished with Honorable Kofi Adams. Then there was another consideration about the Minister of Transport, Honorable Lipe. I'll be honest and fair to him. My national service or UP Secondary School, Saboba, somewhere around 95. And I know how far Saboba is. And I saw the paramount chief of Saboba, Ochebobo, who was also present. So what it means is that all these people had also traveled and come in earlier. And therefore, we needed to show human things, although people were tired and restless and everything. And that also took us about an hour. Then, we realized that there was some pressure to bring another person around 9:58, which was around 10 p.m. We sat for close to 12 hours, no break, nothing.
Wow.
Yes. And we said these are critical portfolios, very, very critical portfolios of cabinet. Ministry of Health has a lot of solid agencies. Ghana Health Services, National Health Insurance Authority, Ambulance Services. These institutions are very, very important institutions under the Ministry of Health. And there are a lot of issues that you may want to consider under the Ministry of Health. At 10 p.m. yes, sir, even if we had even admitted, assuming without admitting, which we had never said so, at that time, it was too late. People were tired. People were not. They could have gone ahead to do this. You see, out of respect, and then we saw that there was another person who had been brought in respectfully. I said, even if we were going to consider the friend as an honorable account of who is my very, very good friend, then it means that you would have to consider the other. And then it goes on and on. Mania, see the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a very, very, very critical position. We wanted people to vet, let's say, Minister of Foreign Affairs at 11 p.m. I mean, this was just natural and general, and all we needed was to just build consensus. I went to stand by Honorable Akande in a very friendly chat. He's actually whispering to him that, listen, I think it's going to be difficult, but with it, find a way to also talk to leadership. I mean minority leader, and chief whip, and see if we are still able to convince them. But I think people are tired, so see how to still deal with that. Little did I know that there were some macho men, including my colleagues. Mr. Charles, Honorable Charles, what I said, I didn't even know him until now. Only at the Magdana, they pulled me from behind, virtually threw me into the gallery. And I'm sure if you watch the videos, you'll see. I comported myself. I still felt the need to walk away, so I walked away. Then I saw my two very good friends. They were having an altercation, and it was becoming more serious. So I had to quickly dash there and to pull my colleague away, one of my colleagues away. Honorable, I was in the process of pulling him away. Fortunately, Honorable Muhammad Yariga came there, and he was able to quiet that down. So if you watch, you'll see that I was in between two tables. In between these two tables, just go and watch the video carefully, and please. To all Ghanaians, which they will see. You will see 3-4 NDC MPs, including this Asedun Ketia, Charles Asedun, that we are talking about, pushing the table to squeeze me in the middle with the Okosha. Almost 3 and a half 4. Many workers say, God is my witness. Me, I have been to the hospital about the past 3 weeks. I can even give you my physio's number. My shoulder, and see, this is a shoulder that I have been guiding jealously. So I would not even want to do anything. So I it was just some God's adrenaline that gave me the idea. As they were pushing to you, the only way to defend or protect yourself was to push back, which I couldn't because no more 3. If you raise it, who raised it, I'll be able to make it. And that was how I was able to evade that movement there. How would I be the one just pushing table or lifting table if 3-4 gentlemen hadn't pushed the table to attack me? What was I? I didn't only gone in to separate people who were merely going to have physical exchanges that I shot.
I see.
And that was it. And I walked away. How? I think that this is sad, it's unfortunate, it's nothing that anybody should be proud of. And I can never be proud. The fact that I was even around doesn't make me proud. So I say, what I felt and decided to do was to stop people from getting physical. And that, by God's grace, I think we were able to deal with that. But little did I know that people will be standing and be thinking of pushing a table just to jump you or squeeze you. Why? Are they? We are members of Parliament. All we can do is to build consensus. When we don't build consensus, there are rules. We need to deal with the rules and move on. Me, if I bring you, and I can show you, because I believe that you want to see the truth. I can show you my medical report. I've gone to the hospital about 3 weeks ago just to check on my shoulder. With all due respect, I will be unconscionable to myself. So, me, I'm a conjugal. After that, me, I'm a use the conjugal appreciation. Me, the day. But if you watch the video carefully, you will see. And this is it.
All right, Jani, Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaib, Wajagba with Masibejani and Atchun Komono. So, to the benefit of Obia, Bia Wuti Brofono, one to Honorable says, oh, video no who say Bia, or so table bimu, Epejaya, one so table no just like that is a Pejaka Kenemum, and this in Rasabaja for me and son. And a table na omu pushi edi miano na emiano no sebi okranka ompene se emfa table ni miano nti ono ni an attempt to stop them from pushing the table to say ebe piano akwa hye eba ho no and you say wasom sa no beyond the course mami say like could why a debo minority say Munamo said the whole thing as you know. Is it the case?
Over today, you know what I say. I am sure so you can check with any person who was there. First of all, I try to explain to you that minority has been very, very supportive of the majority. About 9 reports have been laid, and the 9 reports consist of almost all the earlier ministerial appointments that His Excellency the President made. And all of them have been approved by consensus. 1. 2. No committees have been formed, but we agreed by consensus that we will bring subject matter experts to deal with the issues. And that is how far we have come this far. 3. Every nominee that has to come before the committee, there should be a certain publication for at least 2 weeks. All of that waived. Yesterday, when we met, as usual, there was conclave. Conclave, is what I had explained to you. So conclave, there was agreement that we were not doing more than 4. Originally, it was 3. When we got in, we saw the circumstances. As humans as we are, and as brothers as we felt we are, we decided to also waive. Say, instead of 3, we were 4. Instead of 4, we ended up doing 5. At 10 p.m., please, I think, let us be very sober in thinking about this. At 10 p.m., if you wanted to proceed to vet some institutions or ministries, critical ministries, critical portfolios, health, any foreign affairs, over the diplomatic issues, you wanted us to sit around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. to proceed and vet because you are majority. Oh, how then? The Ghanaian people voted for us. They expect us to do some good job for them. So, even the job we are doing now, we come out and a lot of people insult us, and I'm sure you know that. And one shut down Bizarre person. With due respect to the regional minister, Great Accra, he was there for about 6 minutes, 30 seconds. So minority, we have been more than supportive. And I'm telling you this on authority and with all the humility and honesty. That if we understand Parliament to be like this, we didn't have issues. And let me also use this platform to also praise Honorable Mahama Ayariga. Mahama Ayariga has shown leadership. He is not in my party. I have checked him out on 2 occasions, and his ability to resolve matters using consensus building and background.
Yeah.
When he came in, that was when the matter actually stopped. Even when some of his party people were against his introduction of let's do it tomorrow. And whatever he said made a lot of sense. And that is how we should gel. We agree to disagree, we agree to agree, and that is it, not physical. It's not okay. And I feel very sad, and I apologize to the Ghanaian people that it was not meant to show disrespect to anybody. Me, if I knew that would have happened yesterday, with even my shoulder issue, I would have even found a way to sneak.
No, but because granted, Martinez for a very long time. Been the near the day, and our crown po sebi wabeti problem wo mukra o physio from time to time. Ne senti sempo ho akwa hia se bibi ntimo pese setting no ba na wie ye na still the majority wo committee no mo insist say mo nto aso a dia course gidigidi no a allegedly as a minority na chance, and was it the only alternative? Say even the majority is on back to us with the sitting now. Move to media stop sitting. So
I can tell you what happens from our side. And I keep telling you, I'm assuring you of honesty.
All right.
What happened from our side was that we got signal that we can't go on. And that wasn't the consensus.
Sure.
And see, at the point, Obi Kasana, Obi Dinamika to Obi a person in my car. The other person may not be able to be. You won't hear the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So strategically, that was what some of us did. And I'm being honest to you, so I'm telling you. And then when we did that, then the other side started hitting the table and started chanting. Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, which is normal. And all we did was we were directed by our leaders to stand. So we stood. And we had decided that we were not going to boycott. That's all I did. That was all. There was nothing that was supposed to be personal. Even when you do some of these things, what leaders do normally is to go back into conclave. They are okay, let me kind of I am saying another one. Or now let's come. And when Honorable Ayaga came, that was the first thing I heard him say. Oh, let's do one. Okay, you take one and let's take one. When there was no agreement. It's finally, and that is how to behave in such matters.
I see. Hello?
Yes,
sir. To the extent they say because suggested, if that would be the case, sir, Omo Monka committee, no, yet Omo member of parliament. I am from a friend to the committee, no. Kebeyanka for now. Yes, because I'm not the course, no. As a new entrant, maybe friends to the committee.
Because I saw people from all manner of places who were in the voting room, the committee room, and the kind of threats. I told you, I saw people. It was started with. It started with Honorable Charles Asedu Ketia, any Edem Agbana. They were the ones that pulled me, and I have video and I can share with you. But then I also saw that people subsequently had taken over who were not members of parliament. Oh, you should see, and I have videos of people threatening MPs, minority MPs. And they were in the voting room, in the committee room.
Wow. Mr. Say, if that is the case, are you safe?
I was worried. Yesterday I came home at 1:30 a.m. So you can understand how I was even more worried that, hey, how could people walk in like this? You know, when we were even walking away, they had stood up there and chanting. How?
My member says, as an individual, your candid assessment of this current appointment committee, and for that matter, the chairman, people of the view say, oh, you're too weak, too soft. Powers are de uranimuno, oh, you and intina, dear Cosina, Ecoso.
I don't assess the chairman who is also assess the deputy speaker. I do not think that it will be the right thing for me to do at this point. As Obia, first of all, oil leader, and second, I'm a first timer. I think that, to be honest, I would rather allow people outside to do so.
All right. Yeah, bed was no pay. The bed was no pay. Now, a wook I said, you are working. I have no solutions. No.
But maybe that's okayfm for the releasing one money. I would do it. I mean, James Roshi. But to be honest, I mean, I still want to use this platform to get the Ghana, the good people of Ghana to understand. Say, yesterday's situation was unfortunate. It was unnecessary. It was not meant to be. It was not meant to have happened. And that it was just a matter of consensus. Yeah, if we had just built consensus, we would have gotten to this stage. And going forward, we need to assure ourselves and assure the Ghanaian people so this will not happen again.
Very well. Honorable Pedwasi.
That's it, over. until 1 year or so, measure, and my uncle, Nama. Let me give you a found saying him cry. Now, saying him there, we must sit like in the shower.
Yeah, near Dibia Abo.
Oh, because our area on the intimation that the Uganda moved to have the shower.
But that's not be honorable.
Okay, for the dash.
Honorable Jerry Ahmed Saib, Wejagbawi. Mrasebe Janina Yaneno Achochon Komono. Na ni na fa enwa de si ye wa appointment committee asetena se a ye bubu table ye pagya table microphones ye say no ama videos e wo social media so call okayfm ye Facebook page a obehu se obo eguguo asese yo microphones na asese kra eno nkomo na obe senenso a cha asase edu nkete honorable oyete south Mrasebe Jani ye ne kasa mo obo Honorable Jerry Ahmed Saib Bonukwadu say indeed we have video ni mu ana opeja table atie bisani agronti na ebisa Honorable Jerry ese na table na enu a wo peja yi ade na table na ye ne den e na wo kire ye mu se
OKFM 101.7